Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. I've done my due diligence. Valkyrian Assembly claiming another one of our systems. This time the Riftier one. I've done my due diligence and I found out how the civilian stuff works. Civilians are effectively unemployed populations, except with a couple of small differences. If you have a certain number of elites and then unemployed elites, they will stay at this level trying to find other elite jobs, and if they can't, they will move down to the level below. Right down the very bottom, unemployed workers will move down to becoming civilians, and civilians can migrate to other worlds. They can pick up jobs from like the monument areas. It's effectively the private sector. So it still can generate some benefit for your population as a whole. But as soon as any other job opens up, they will try and promote themselves and work within those industry areas, or move to another planet where there may be opportunities. So civilians are basically your migratory populations. It's a really interesting system. Not quite what I was expecting, but I'm here for it. So, current focus is we want to take Marasadza.
Construction complete.
And we are expanding up here. Let's get the mining station, then the research station, and moving around to this wormhole and kind of exploring this neck of the woods. We do have a way into the outer rim just over here, and we've also got a science ship which is on its way somewhere down here because we lost a ship, unfortunately. We have another planet being colonized, and we're trying desperately not to start a war with our neighbors. Which may or may not be going okay. We've got plenty of starbase capacity. I might build some more trade-ish bases. The Sokatanian Multistellars declared the Royal Pirates Alliance as their rivals. So these guys here, they're kind of boxed in. They declared us as their rival first. No, we declared them as our rival first. And now they're going after our allies. I think they are not going to have a great time. It might be a good opportunity for us to bring our fleet down and play with them a little. But I am worried about the Valkyrians. So, the anomaly, an unidentified object. A small rectangular object on the surface of the moon is deflecting all scanning beams like a mirror. Sensors are unable to determine what it is. Well, we've got 60 days. Send someone down, pick it up. And in the meantime, I will bring up contacts. So we are gradually improving our relations with the Valkyrians. They are actively trying to harm relations. We're just hoping that we're going to be able to bring it back to a reasonable level. They keep claiming our systems. I really hope they take these claims away. This time it's the Ictia system. And I'm really quite tempted to get another fleet just in case. Really quite tempted. In terms of entry points, they would need to come in via this system, which is well defended, or Tivafings, which is equally well defended, or Pulsarath, which is equally well defended. So our three key entry points are nice and solid. We could put some defensive platforms on them. I don't think that's a bad idea, especially if we've got the target uplink. Well, that's more for ships rather than defense platforms. The only thing about sticking defense platforms on them is it's gonna end up costing us. We do have some back in the home system. Don't know if I can really tell how much they're costing us. You know what? Let's go to defense designs. There we go. Upkeep is 2 energy and some alloys. We don't really have a huge amount of energy to be just bouncing around. We could build a solar station down here, right at the back of our area. And I'm not against that as an idea, actually. Let's upgrade this, because we have star-based capacity to be able to do that. That's good. And that will allow us to afford some defensive platforms, just in case. And if we give you 3... you 2, we can buy alloys. We've got plenty of trade to be able to do this. That's enough for the moment. Let's sell some of those. Let's sell some of those. Price is going to come down in just a moment anyway. Yeah. So you'll get one more, and then it would just be this last system up here as we can afford it. Right, that anomaly is an alien mural. While conducting surface scans of Hohadas 2, scientist Xenophile aboard the CVSS Emplar discovered what appears to be an artificially carved slab of rock covered in alien writing. No other signs of alien activity on the moon have been detected, and exactly how this mural comes here is a mystery. We've prepared a special project to translate the text.
Situation log updated.
Well, we're definitely going to do that, because we do all of these projects. I do like how most of these different events have projects associated with them, and it's not just straight off the anomaly. Like, it gives you a choice of when you want to be doing it. There's our colony ship coming up.
Council agenda available.
Ah, Infinite Opportunities is no longer on cooldown. I suppose for most of them, the cooldown is just to prevent you redoing it all the time. I mean, that will put up population happiness, which is definitely worth us doing. That might be the next one we go for.
Construction complete.
Everything all done here. We do have the influence to get another system, so we can keep pushing it up this way. And this one is worth it. Let's move up. We get the starbase output there.
Anomaly found.
And we're going to get some stuff building in that station just as soon as it's done. But we have a promising moon, first of all. One of the small moonlets orbiting the gas giant has been identified as a promising mining site. A more thorough survey will have to be conducted to determine whether it would be feasible or not. Sure, you could take a month to go and do that.
Construction complete.
Okay, solar panel network. 2 of those. And then on the base, resource silo probably not. Maybe a hydroponics bay? I don't think we want externally recruited needs, although it does increase the chance for renowned leaders to contact us, and it was very interesting when one did previously. Okay, we'll get an interstellar recruitment office. That will cost a little bit, but we're already getting the solar panels, which are definitely going to be paying for themselves. So this moon, more detailed scan, one with many natural satellites orbiting the gas giant, has revealed a deposit of precious metals. Hey, that's awesome. That was overlooked on the initial survey. That's going to add energy credits. And the special project on the mural is done.
Special project complete.
Scientist Xenophile has managed to partially translate the alien mural. It's a memorial for an extinct alien race that once maintained a small interstellar empire in this region of the galaxy. They were apparently exterminated by the creators of the mural, a fact that they seem to regret. Given the mural has been dated to in excess of 300 million years old, it's likely the creators are also extinct by now. Perhaps most interesting of all is the material that it was made of. Despite its age, it's in remarkably good condition. It gives us a bit of knowledge, but also, we can activate this to produce research. Yes. I don't care if it costs. We want that research. Another imperialist faction has formed. Nope. Suppress. No one has free choice. Governing ethics all the way. And we have a first contact event with the Lambda aliens. So reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated, and they appear to be workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation. They may be old drones, but they should be kept under close watch. Cool, so that's going to give us a special project for drone study.
They can talk, and they want to talk to us.
Finishes our first contact procedure, which means we can have a look at other first contacts. Now, other first contacts are going to be under probably the situation log. There we go. Let's try and do the War aliens, because that's gone badly. We know they're hostile. And I don't remember precisely where the mining drones were. I think it was down here. But wherever they are, we're now aware of them, and we have that drone study available. 11 months? Sure, we'll go ahead and do that. That won't take us long at all.
System survey complete.
Lovely. Just in time. Get the starbase in place, and you can come and push our boundaries out into the Outer Rim. It has taken a long time for our new science ship
complete
to make it over there. Cool, we have our new starbase in Davin. Go build a mining station there. And then afterwards we'll move on and we'll claim this black hole L-gate system, which I'm sure is going to cause us all kinds of trouble down the line. When we can afford this defense platform, I'll get it building.
Construction complete. Anomaly found.
Build the mining stations, build the research stations, and after you're done, come up here. It's going to keep you busy for a little bit of time. We are sort of eating into our energy credits. We've got some bits to swing us back round, so that's not going to be too bad. We have another anomaly in the Odes system, so let's have a look at that. It's a solid core, despite expected projections. The third planet has a peculiarly large solid core beneath its incredibly thick mantle of unique gases. Yeah, go ahead and see what that's all about. We've now got spaceborne amoeba fleets floating around in our territory, which is totally fine because we are friendly with them. Veterans for Victory movement. Suppress. That is not what we're about. Certainly not right now. How is our relationship going here? Oh my god, they're not harming relations anymore, so that is improving. That's interesting. So our relationship is getting better. Slightly. Now, CVSS Enplad in deep space. Deep scans have revealed an unexpectedly large solid core on the third planet to be covered with compressed remains of sprawling medical complex. Okay. Through the intense mantle pressure of the gas giant severely limits the amount of data we can extract, scientist Xenophile reports that the hidden structures match beyond a doubt the technology used in the L gates. It's possible it was a medical facility created by the gate builders. That's awesome. That's big society research and exotic gases within range of our empire. And we have our final Bulwark of Harmony. That finishes off Unyielding, which we could take Eternal Vigilance as a perk. It's going to reduce the upkeep on our defense platforms. It's going to increase our defense platform cap. I think it's a smart choice, given how worried we are about our neighbours. And then we can move for Interstellar Dominion in the future. Yeah, I think Eternal Vigilance. We are going to be as defensive as possible. This second Ascension perk also means that our various monuments are going to be doubling the amount of unity that they produce for us. So that's a nice bonus as well. Now, while we're here, actually, let's have a look and see if there's any planetary blockers that we should be getting rid of. We don't have planetary resurfacing, so we can't do that. We could do... We don't have selective defoliants, so not here. Active volcano, that's, yeah, problematic. I can't do anything on any of those. So not really is the short of it. We are a bit low on amenities. So maybe having some entertainer jobs could be good. Yeah. In terms of just plain amenities, we could get a medical center. It's not a bad plan. Let's get a medical center, and we'll do the same over here. That'll also help with pop growth over time. So I don't think it's a bad plan to be pushing for it. Oh, we are so close to having this colony ship in place.
System survey complete.
Right. Construction has finished over here. We don't have enough influence to come and survey this, to claim this system yet, but we are pretty darn close. I really want to get you a faster engine. You are so slow. Look at that. Energy credits coming in. There we go. Mining drone work
Special
ethic.
project complete.
The drones are remarkably efficient at squeezing ever-diminishing returns from rocks our miners would normally have discarded. Our top engineers are working on adapting the drone's methodology for use in our own mining network stations, and things which improve efficiency, effectively lessening our energy expenditure. Of lesser importance is the fact that they are not completely silent, contrary to previous assumptions. They emit signal pings, though it's extremely infrequent. If there's anyone left to receive the pings, that may be a mystery for another time. Okay. I think increasing our damage against ancient mining drones isn't useful necessarily, because we're not going to be fighting them often. Whereas just flat mining output up is going to be useful. So we'll do that. Let's buy some metals and we'll
Construction complete.
sell some minerals. Right. All of our construction is done down here. We have energy credits back up being produced quite nicely. So it may actually be worth us having a look at our... You're still around. Approval 0%. Where are our relics? They're going to be in... It's not in planets and sectors. Discoveries, there we go. With the extra coming in, we can get extra amenities, but that's not really for... Is that just for the planet? It's above? I mean, it's probably fine. And down here, this reduces our leader upkeep a little bit, which is not terrible. 5% though. Which will get more over time. And it costs us a little bit of energy, which we can afford. Yeah. That, I think, is fine. We're almost to the point where we can do another artifact analysis. Okay, we still need another 14 influence before we can grab that. Incoming transmission from the Jax Tire Bot Continuance. That is the Ancient Empire. Custodian protocol activated. Attention, Savanti. Your civilization is presently at 57% risk of destruction due to data block corrupted. We've calculated the colonization of Pollux 2 will increase your survival chance. We request colonization and establishment of a significant presence on the planet. Will you comply? Well, we're already on our way to comply. Sure.
Situation log updated.
We'll colonize it. Not because you told us to. We were going to do it. We've got 7k populations. We formed a defensive pact. We set a colony designation. Wow. Okay. In terms of actual progression, we can now potentially research administrative AI. This goes down really quite far. I think that's probably good for exploration for the moment. Let's change to development. Although they're pretty even, really. And we'll try and get some of these cleared off. Most likely it'll be the next research lab. Don't know when that's going to be though, because we don't really have the population to justify it. I do worry that this is going to make the Ancient Empire think that we're their bitch. Like, it's a small risk. But it's definitely one that I'm thinking about. Little bit more influence, and we'll be able to get this next place claimed. Come on, give me that last one. There we go. Claim the black hole. Stick it right in our backyard and embrace the problems that it's going to cause.
Handshake protocols activated.
We're too weak to survive on our own. Submit and become our subject or prepare for war. I don't want to become your vassal. No. No, we're gonna decline that. Prepare for war. I'm sure they're not going to refuse subjugation -20. Okay. They still like us. But I don't want to have to move my fleet down here. Oh, that's annoying. Right, okay. Out of an abundance
Construction complete.
of security, we will set ourselves out with a defensive area down here. In the meantime, we've got nothing that we can really do in this area, so it's just going to be a question of whether we want to come up and grab round that way just to secure that wormhole. Probably we're going to come to here, and it's going to be a while before we're going to be able to claim that. Unless we do some stuff that's going to give us influence. But damn, it is certainly a bit of a stretch now. I wonder if this is far enough away from our homeworld that it's going to be its own sector.
Research complete.
Global energy management is done. Alright. Let's move on. Gravity snares. Vivarium tank. Space fauna ship growth rate. Oh, that's for captured space fauna. Okay. Maybe, but I think probably Let's go for the Field Dynamics Center. 1 month we can get destroyers as well. And we found a new archaeological site. Whereabouts is that? Oh, that's over here. That's quite good. We haven't had one within our area for a while. Colony's going to start on Pollux.
Research complete.
There is the destroyers. Let's get some new research. The L-Gate Insight could be interesting. However, I would really like to be going a bit faster. I don't think afterburners are going to be useful for us, but they are cheap. We are most way done with this, actually. Let's push for technology that we're already part way through. And here comes the colony ship.
Anomaly found.
Okay, a solar sail has been discovered by Xenophile. An abandoned ship has been left to drift aimlessly above a planet. Go ahead and investigate it. And Xenophile has gained a level. Well, you're currently out surveying. We could just really give you the excavator. Yeah, let's go with excavator.
Building a new home.
So, colonizing the planet, which is also going to be identifying pre-sapient races that are going to be protected and then uplifted. Up to 20 influence. Yeah, the fact that we've refused subjugation is not a problem. Oh my god, the relations have gotten even worse. So us improving is helping. No, it is technically getting better because it was minus 423 before, I think. Maybe it's just that they've claimed more things. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Okay, well, we've discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around the planet. The sublight vessel was built of an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where an object has passed through, likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering scheme choices. That's giving us some research and a funky specimen. That will produce society research for us. That is a worthwhile trade. And our Master of Guidance has gained a level. So Archivist, it's good for everyone else gaining experience. It would actually give archaeology skill for him. Or we can improve his benefit for military theory research. I think we'll go for the Archivist. I think that fits in more with what we're trying to do.
Construction complete.
Alright, we've got our front line just in case. stick a gun battery there.
System survey complete.
And we'll probably do a target uplink computer as well. So Tunic is done. These connect up. Interesting. Well, do those two. And then we can come back. Looks like Caravaneers are about to hit us again.
Handshake protocols activated.
Incoming transmission. Every member of the Vengarium Trium is their own boss. This does lead to some administrative issues. What have you got? It's the same bauble thing. Not interested, move along. That is of no use to us whatsoever. First contact has been aborted because the Vargatan hegemony have translated our language. And that will be the ones down here. So we've got the Carthesian Citizen League and the Azeltian Star Coalition as well. That's quite a lot of stuff right up to the border over here. Okay. We are the Vargatan hegemony, minions of the wise overlord Ilmus. Our aim is to build an efficient society through the use of technology, and we're always keen to study new alien civilizations and see what can be learned from them. So the Xenophile, that's good, we agree with that. Fanatic materialist, a bit less so, but as fellow Star Explorers, we salute you. And we've got transmission from the Carthesian Citizen League. They are militarist and materialist. We wish for nothing but to be friends. And then the Italian Star Coalition. They are Xenophile and materialist. We've got much to gain from this encounter. Right, let's have a look at... So generally, it's neutral relations, but they're not terrible people by the looks of it. Maybe the Citizens League. But they are in some kind of federation, which I would quite like to rule. Let's have a look at our victory log. That will give us an idea of where they sit. So, Royal Pious Alliance is above them. We're actually above the hegemony. That's interesting. Not much above them, just a little. Oh, they're looking at them. Their economic strength is more than ours. Their technology level is a little bit above ours. We've got more colonies than them, but that's just going to be by one. So maybe we should start building a destroyer design. Right, new design, destroyer. We should definitely have an artillery one. Yeah, you know what? Artillery and gunship, that's fine. For the long-range hits, I think taking out enemy shields before we get close is going to be beneficial. However... no, coil guns are more damaging. So this is the range smackaroony. Because it's going to be at range, let's go for more deflectors. And that seems pretty good. It's an artillery class destroyer. We don't do cloaking fleets. We don't have extra space for reactor boosters, so that one's fine. In fact, auto upgrade it. So that's that. Let's get rid of the existing Lisplar. And we're going to go for another destroyer. This one's going to be a gunship. Gunship Interceptor seems like a pretty solid choice in terms of the most that we can get out of it. Alright, it's one medium and lots of smalls. Right, for the medium, let's make that a coil gun. And I think that's a reasonable mix of stuff. So this is mostly an AA gunship. In fact, let's just have it entirely anti-armor. And then we'll go for an anti-shield gunship, because we can always tailor what we're taking. And then I think we should probably do some kind of picket ship as well. Yeah, mostly focusing on taking out unshielded missiles and the like. Go for another one of those, and it's a picket class destroyer. Auto upgrade it. That's good enough. We've got a couple of options there. So, fleet management. How did we end up with extras on this? Oh, because the anti-shield ones didn't end up happening. That's interesting. I suppose they didn't get retrofitted into it. Okay, well, let's have them as 8, so at least that's done. We'll keep those as 3, and then let's add in 2 artillery destroyers, 2 picket destroyers, 2 anti-armor, 1 anti-shield. That takes us to the limit. Now that is our command limit for here. That is more than our naval capacity. Let's get the fleet upgrading first. And we should probably think about selling some more materials. And buying a bit more in the way of metals. Yeah, we still can't afford it, but we can at least get those bits underway.
Handshake protocols activated.
The Zetian Star Coalition. Ah. They want us to establish mutual embassies. Oh, I guess we could do that. I'm certainly not against diplomacy. That's the whole point in what we're doing. Ooh. An anomaly down in Cathia. Cold hard potential. They found an anomaly. It would require extensive probing, but could garner substantial fight. Sure. If you don't want to be descriptive about it, you go right ahead.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
I want to know where it is. Oh, that's space amoeba. That's a big space amoeba. Holy moly, that is 9 space amoeba mothers. I can understand why no one's taken that system.
Handshake protocols activated.
Mutual embassies with the Viking. Sure. I'll also accept that as a suggestion. Rivalry from our friends who
Ships
want
upgraded.
to subjugate us. Strength from small places. So, having probed the frozen landscape of Cathia B1, we think we've struck something big. Xenophile can speak bacterial lifeform unlike any other. It bonds with other individuals to form large blankets that are durable yet light, and also act like solar cells. They absorb solar energy with surprising efficiency, most likely a result of evolution, favouring those that could gather more heat in the harsh climate. Our researchers back home could surely find some use for this. Yeah, see if it can improve energy production. I think that's going to be more useful to us than trying to do anything militarily. Caravaneers, old with defects. A starbase in the abandoned system reports that the Orlan Memorial Caravan has evacuated and abandoned a decrepit ship, now in unstable orbit around the system's central star. I think we just let the sun swallow it. I don't think it's worth us digging into their stuff. Let the sun swallow it.
Construction complete.
It's not our fault if that's what they've done. Okay. The last bit has been constructed here, which means we now have our interstellar recruitment office. And I think that's the only one that we can have. How is Pollux doing in terms of development? Colonizing is coming along quite well. Oh, with that, our influence is a little bit low. We could potentially boost it with... I mean... We could kick up our naval capacity. We could declare other empires rivals. It's not beyond our realm of possibility, but we're getting 2.6 per month. So soon we'll be able to take this one or this one. I don't know which I would prefer, but we'll have to see when we get to that point. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you are continuing to enjoy this. Look at this. We've got a hell of a lot more defense platforms that are being built automatically by our wonderful defense protocol. And I very much like this. 6.2k defense. This one's going to take a little bit of time to actually get up to speed, but as much as they are going to cost us a bit, this is going to keep us nice and secure, and I can't emphasize how good that is. As always, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon.